right, welcome to the Beat Room Cool Down. I'm here with Aneya Rose, the one and only.
Hey guys.
All right. So you recently did a DJ set at the We Belong Here. How did that go?
Yeah, that was so much fun. Much fun. Such like a full circle moment, actually. My friends from back home, they flew in, and it was like this part of this crew that I would go to festivals with all the time, like early on. And so it was some of their first time even seeing me play. So it was really awesome. And just overall, like the experience, the way that the festival was ran and everybody was so nice, and like the stages were beautiful. Like the main stage was very flowery and jungly. They had like an actual stage that seemed like it was almost in the jungle too, which was cool. Yeah. And then the base stage was where Movement Monday is, and that was really cool too. Just like the whole everything. Yeah, it just flowed so nicely the whole weekend, and it was just like a great experience for St. Pete and Tampa.
Yeah, it seemed like it was like a great production. You know.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. I mean, I didn't go, but I saw like some of your clips, and I saw Valentina's clips, and it looked like it was a good time.
Yeah, so, they did really well. They did really well. So yeah, for sure. I'm excited to see more of them.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come back.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be in Miami next or something like that, probably.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
All right, cool. Mm-hmm. All right, what was the first moment you thought that, okay, this DJ thing, it's gonna actually work out?
So for me, I think it was just getting more and more gigs over time. So like in the beginning, I mean, technically, I guess like my very first like official booked gig, that was at the Nest. Mm-hmm. And that was such a cool moment because I had like all my friends coming out to see me, and it was just like gig after gig from there. At first I was telling myself like, this is just for fun. It's kind of just like a hobby. Like, I don't know, we'll see where it goes. But each time I would play, like more and more people would come up to me and like just basically introduce themselves, like, I love your music, this and that. And that was just really encouraging and being like, okay, like, so I do want to keep doing this and just see where it goes and be more intentional with that.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Cool. All right. So, what's the weirdest place that you ever DJ'd?
So I don't really think that there's like, I don't know if there's like a weird place. But I think anytime I've set up for my YouTube sets, which I kind of will do in outdoor settings or at a park or somewhere, and you kind of just don't know like if it's gonna get shut down, because I don't really get permits, so I'm just going out there and like setting up like, and like whatever happens. So it's always just kind of like, is it gonna get shut down or not? Am I good? And there was this one time at the Tampa Riverwalk there was like an amphitheater out there, and that was one time where I was like, oh yeah, I feel like this is but no, it was totally fine. And I'd never no, that's a lie. There was one time on the beach and the cops shut it down. But the only thing is that it was like the last 60 seconds of my track. So I was able to get the whole set recorded and everything.
Was that the one, which one was that? The one that you did where you had the trolley going to the beach?
Oh, no. That one was fine. That one was fine. That was, it was actually, where was this? This was near St. Pete Beach. It was near St. Pete Beach, but it wasn't. I'm trying to think which one. But yeah, I guess it was, there's a bunch of condos around there. And so the residents.
Was like, the music is still out. They always
that kind of thing. Yep.
All right. So how do you personally read a room when it's not reacting the way you want it to?
So yeah, I mean, that's like the number one thing with DJing is like, you got to read the room and see if people like what you're playing. Mm-hmm. And you're kind of feeding off each other's energy. So it's reciprocated. If you're like, for me personally, if I'm seeing somebody having a good time and they're dancing and they're vibing, I'm like, okay, like, let's go, let's keep doing this. We're on the right path with the music. And then if sometimes it's just not that, I'm like, okay, time to change things up a little bit. And sometimes you're just like, what am I doing wrong? But then also you don't know what else could be going on with the people too. Like, there could be so many things, so many reasons, but we always take it personally, so.
For sure. Yeah, I know. I always take it. I always get in my own head about it. And it's like, it's my fault.
Yeah, exactly. We all do.
All right. What genre do you think is the most misunderstood right now?
I would say progressive house and melodic techno.
Okay. Why is that?
Because it's very popular in like Europe and other countries, but it is not very popular in the US, and that is like my favorite. So like melodic techno is definitely up there and like my top genres, and I feel like it's not popular here. Like tech house by far is like the most popular, and some people will go into playing tech house just because they know it's popular, even though it might not be like their favorite thing, which is fine. Like to each their own. But for me, like I love melodic techno. I will always have that be like primarily my sound, my style, which of course I kind of am all over the place with my music, my style, because I love it all. But I just know that, you know, sometimes it's about showing people something that they haven't heard enough, or maybe there's a certain thing that with it that they like. There's times when I play techno, I'll play like peak time techno or even melodic techno, and people come to me after and be like, I don't usually like techno, but I like what you played. So I think that there's something to like the certain style. There's a difference between like 160 BPM techno versus like 124 melodic techno, you know? So there's a whole range.
Yeah, for
People just have to find what they like.
That's true.
And we have to show them. Basically.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, educate.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Educate the dance floor.
That's a good t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. If someone listened to just 10 minutes of your set, what do you want them to feel? What kind of experience do you want them to have? I
mean, honestly, not to sound cliche or whatever, but like music is medicine. Like it literally is. You're changing the frequency that's being released from music. It's getting inside your body. It's actually doing something on a cellular level. Yeah. So I want people to actually just feel light and free and happy, and it's almost like a meditation for some, you know, like being out there and just being able to let go of everything and be present in the moment. That's the most important thing. Like connecting with other people on the dance floor, being present, and just letting go and having fun. That's all I ask. Just have a good time. Have a good time. Be respectful. Have a good time.
Yeah, and it seems like that's what you're, you know, actually portraying in real life too. So I see a lot of people having a great time, and
I love that.
Smiles on their faces and things like that. So it's always good.
I love that. That's amazing. Yeah.
So what one track that you overplayed but will still play again?
So I know I think I mentioned Dilby before.
Yeah.
I mean, all of
shout out to Dilby.
I love Dilby. And he's not melodic techno, but he's like, anytime I play his tracks, like people on the dance floor just go crazy, and and it's just such a dancey, like feel good vibe. But I feel like I play it his remix, Play It Twice. I've played that a lot. Yeah. And but I'll always play it.
What separates DJs who last from DJs who just fade away?
So I do think it comes down to mindset. Mindset is the number one thing. You absolutely cannot get into this industry for money. Absolutely not. Like, you know, there ain't no money to be made here unless you're at the top. Like I mean, you can make money, but you're not gonna be making that much money, you know?
Like Dubai money.
So it's one of those things where you really have to love it for the music, and your intention has to be there. Your why has to be there. Honestly, like you have to understand that the way. Sorry, he's that's playing right now, and they might be catching that on the other. Hopefully not. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's playing.
Do you see what's happening?
Lord.
He just jumped.
What's your dog's name again?
Zen, and he's not being very zen right now.
Yeah, Zen's jumping on Valentina's daughter right now. Like,
wait, okay.
Yeah,
sorry, you're getting
funny.
a little distracted. Okay, so basically, you have to understand that it is the nightlife, and so things might not always be the most like I don't know. So you have to understand that you might come across like unprofessional type of people, or certain people that, you know, like certain situations might happen within the industry. Like, I don't know, there's so many examples I could think of, but it's all about like how you communicate with each other and keep it like very professional and everything else, because you want to be able to like move in the industry in a good way, and not let anything get to you. Don't take anything personally. But there's so many great things about the industry too. Like the industry, I mean, it's music. That's literally what it is. But there is the nightlife. And so that's kind of like part of what I meant, is that, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, like people late nights, drinking, drug, whatever. So you have to keep yourself in a good headspace and not kind of like fall into that. And then, you know, just making sure you're kind of like you're on the path for the right reason, not for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've seen a lot of DJs fall by the wayside because of the reason that they got into it. Like either they want to be like a pimp or something like that. Like, you know what I mean?
People
like,
just want to party.
Yeah, they just want to party and have a good time. And I'm like, I mean, that's part of the aesthetic, but that shouldn't be your whole personality. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
even John Summit, like he was his whole thing was like college party boy, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, now he's shifting that to like let's go on runs and like be healthier and things like that. And that's the truth. Like I think that's so important. You know, you gotta keep a good head space and be healthy.
You gotta be healthy, because sometimes you don't get any sleep, or your sleep cycle gets like jacked up because you're on the road or something like that, and you got to go to bed at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just like the adrenaline. That's what I've seen some days, like the adrenaline rush.
You can't
it's
sleep
hard to go
after
sleep.
that.
Yeah, so
it makes it even harder. But I mean, you just gotta have that balance.
All right. So what are you currently trying to get better at behind the decks?
I would love to. Well, one thing I would love to learn vinyl. I never learned vinyl. I think that would be so cool to learn. So that's something that I've always wanted to do. But as far as like getting better with just DJing wise, I just want to learn more tricks. Okay. I think that would be fun. Just like learn more tricks and that would pretty much just incorporate it into my sets, because when I'm at home and I'm just playing and practicing and prepping for my sets, I will do like fun shit, but I will not like once I get to the stage, I'm like, nope, we're going back to just the basics.
You're like, you don't want to mess up.
I get scared. I'm like, what am I going to mess it all up? True. I don't want to mess up in front of everyone.
Yeah, true.
But I do want to just get more confident with the tricks.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, but that's all the fun, right? You do it live and you go, whoops.
Yeah. That happens for sure. And it's all about how you play it off.
Yeah, right. So, if you make that face, everybody's like, yeah, you messed up.
Yeah.
You know? But if you try to make it seem like it was intentional.
Yep.
What's one piece of advice that you would give a DJ who's trying to get into the DJ field?
So one thing I told my DJ students at Beat Music Academy, and also I made a post about it recently, is what I call the trifecta. So that has to do with the building of relationships and networking, content, but not just throwing content out there, like showing your personality, your DJ skills, and your journey as a DJ. And then the third thing is your production and releases. So if you're able to find a balance in all three, like I think you'll be able to get ahead further. That's just, and I base this on just what I've seen with the best of the best. You know, they have all three and they're really good at all three. So if you find yourself, let's say you're good at networking and building relationships and you're a great DJ, but you don't have releases, well, then you're missing that key part to really take it to the next level. So you just have to figure out where out of those three things that you're lacking and work on it. And then also, of course, just keep getting better with your strengths, but you really want to focus on your weaknesses and get better with whatever that is. So a lot of people like blame the industry or blame the local scene. And I'm just like, no, we have the power to take it in our hands. Just do it, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
Like just go after it and just figure out what you need to work on. You know, it's all about what work you're putting into it. Sure. And it's very possible to make it as a DJ. It's a matter of doing it, honestly.
It's like I would say it's challenging, but it's not impossible, like you said, right? So
absolutely. It is not easy. It is not easy.
It's not for the faint of heart.
Exactly. But it's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
So I would say 100% be genuine and authentic to the sound and what you want to do and like what your intention is, because you want to go in a direction that you actually really love. Like people are going to sense that when you're making music, when you're playing your music. So find a genre or sound that you're super passionate about and go after that. Not necessarily what's just popular or whatever. Like you can do that absolutely, and you can go far with that. But at the same time, like I feel like you can go much further with something that may not be the most popular thing. Yeah. That's like for me, for example, I'm primarily the melodic techno, side of things, although I do play other genres. But I feel so strongly about that. So I'm just going to keep going with it. Yeah. And the right fans and the right people will find me. And I feel like as long as you're authentic and genuine to what you're trying to do, like you will make it in whatever shape or form that is. So I guess that's kind of the thing for me, just being genuine and authentic, honestly, having that intention.
All right, cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you heard it here. Be genuine and authentic and you will make it.
So, think so.
Yeah. So thank you, Aneya Rose, for joining us in the Beat Room Cool Down. I'm Nilla Green, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right.